And while today's tours may have calmed some restless nerves, people here at the Evacuation Relief Center point out that it's far different from going home. No date has been set for that. Lloyd?
Sean Amato in Athabasca, Alberta.
Here at his home, Weibo Ludwig is being remembered as a loving family man, a person with strong religious and environmental convictions. Others in the Peace Country, however, are using a different word to describe the man tonight, that word, terrorist. Police say it was a hard search and an even more difficult discovery. Late yesterday afternoon, investigators found the remains of a baby buried inside this landfill, and that has many people in this area very upset. This boneyard here is just an example of some of the destruction that's already been pulled from Slave Lake. As we saw today, there's still much more to be done.
There was some trouble and a jarring sight on the streets of Edmonton today. A group of white supremacists swarmed the city's core. They were expected and intercepted by anti-racism demonstrators. And as tensions ran high, police stepped in. CTV's Sean Amato picks up the story.
Tempers flare on the streets of downtown Edmonton. Ideologies collide. Officers are caught in the middle.
We don't want it here. We don't want you here. We're not going to let you instigate a fight.
Instigate a fight? What the do you think that is right now?
The so-called white pride rally is interrupted. Blood and Honor, as they call their group, is chased from the streets by hundreds of angry protesters. Police escort the group to an underground train station before blocking the entrances.
Our finest CPS are protecting the racists.
Are you a hate group?
Of course they're a hate group.
Not really fond of a lot of people, but yeah. Coming to support white pride?
A group carrying the same flag clashed with protesters last March in Calgary, but this is something that hasn't happened in the Alberta capital in recent memory.
I'm sick. I'm literally sick. I don't know what to say.
This is a pretty upsetting issue that that Nazis are turning up in the city.
Blood and Honor's goal, they say, was to recruit people of like mind. Exactly what the group stands for and who they are is not clear.
This isn't illegal.
Do you think you're better than anyone else?
I don't think we're better than
Shrek? You're just equals.
We're equals.
Fair enough. Can I get your name?
No.
Despite the tension, no arrests are recorded. By late afternoon, both sides reluctantly go their own ways.
Hey man, why are you pushing me, man?
Still a warning that this isn't over.
There's the things coming, you know.
What's that?
It's 2012, people. Get with the times.
Sean Amato, CTV News, Edmonton. They arrived to little fanfare off the plane and onto a bus bound straight for the disaster zone. There, William and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, walked the streets, coming face to face with the worst of Slave Lake. The devastation they saw meant to provide perspective for this, intimate, private meetings with the people who lost the most.
Oh, it just uplifts our spirits so much. You know, this gives you something else to think about.
And the people who gave the most.
You could tell that they're very genuine in their concern for the people in this town, so it was humbling from my end.
There has been an unimaginable amount of loss, weeks of suffering in Slave Lake, but this, a break.
I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but it's very nice to know that people care.
We stand on guard for thee.
Since morning, a crowd was gathering, everyone waiting hours in the summer heat for their turn, and no one left disappointed.
They apologized for everything that happened, and they were actually heartfelt about it. They weren't just here to shake hands.
No matter how short the visit, every spoken word.
Thank you for the flowers, they're wonderful.
Every fraction of a second will be remembered. Putting this town back together again, a daunting task that in just a few hours seems to have just been made a whole lot easier.
Is she?
Reporting from Slave Lake, Sean Amato, CTV News.
At the time of year when Canadians are expressing their appreciation for friends and family, we bring you a mother and child who are especially grateful. Separated for decades, tonight they are making up for a lifetime of missed Thanksgivings, all because of a remarkable twist of fate that's triggered a tide of emotion. CTV's Sean Amato has their incredible story.
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's a few hundred feet away.
I know.
With every step, Kathy Brown inches closer to a Thanksgiving reunion she thought would never happen.
I'm here to meet my birth mother.
How long of a wait has this been for you?
40 years. Long time.
Born by a different name in 1972, Brown was adopted. She finally met her biological father in 2006. He had bad news about her mother.
I thought she was dead.
But this week, a letter arrived claiming differently, sparking an immediate 20-hour road trip from Edmonton to Victoria.
I know where my family is, and I know where I came from. It's Kathy's turn.
She likes carnations and I like roses, so I'm 40, so I got 20 of carnations and 20 roses.
What happens next is truly amazing. An embrace that captivates every soul in the room.
Is it really you? Yes. You look like you.
Kathleen Millen was 16 when she gave birth, a single mother with no money and little help, she says. Millen still believes it was the right thing to do, but 40 years apart has been hard.
I just kept looking as much as I could. And then after that, I guess I sort of gave up, but never stopped thinking about you.
Now, thanks to the relentless encouragement of friends and some help from social workers in BC, mother and daughter are together again, and they're not letting go.
You can't go anywhere now.
No, I don't. I plan on living to be 100.
Okay.
Sean Amato, CTV News, Edmonton.
Holding on tight. Beautiful story.
Well, Brenna, this is the Yellowhead Highway here, but as you can see, thanks to all of this rain, it's more functional as a wading pool right now than it is a major highway. The water came up onto the roadway here just after noon, and the water has been flowing ever since. Well, Carrie, it's rough camping weather here tonight. This thermometer tells us that the temperature inside the camp is just above freezing tonight. That's just one of the issues that people here are dealing with. Come tomorrow, the mayor may cut their power. Well, this is one of the biggest losses of this storm. This was a massive riding arena, more than 180,000 square feet in size. Today, it's been reduced to a pile of broken wood and twisted metal. A terrifying night turns into a daunting morning.
We probably lost 90 acres of trees and a big machine shed, a car shed, feed mill.
We had 2 cattle sheds that are gone. A barn that was over here is gone.
At least 3 farms near Innisfail are shattered after this.
Wow!
It's coming right to us.
Just down the highway, camping trailers are swamped by a sea of fallen spruce trees. From the people who were forced to hide inside those campers, a huge sigh of relief.
And there was an angel on my shoulder. There had to be, on the whole family, because if it had come down, there was one big tree that was right by us. If it had come down, it would have crushed us.
The path of destruction is long, random, and costly. The Jones family lost the roof of their shop. They still have a garage pad. What's left of that building is scattered, literally for kilometers.
Yeah, it's gone, and it's gone. But no, we'll get through it.
When the clouds formed and they started to twist, there was nothing people here could do but run and hide. Mike Berline and his wife Monica fled their home to safety, only to find out that their hiding place wasn't safe either.
The roof blew off of that and the wall fell on the car we were in. So we sat there until everything died down. We're both still alive, that's the important thing.
By morning, shocked residents start cleaning up what they can. Don Curtis's 100-year-old farm is in shambles. He still can't believe what happened.
Went dead calm, and then the sun came out, and then everything started disappearing.
Now, as bad as this devastation looks, the owners tell me luckily there were no animals in this riding arena when it went down. As for where to start rebuilding, they tell me right now they're not really sure. Reporting from near Innisfail, Sean Amato, CTV. Slave Lake is a shell of what it was yesterday. An entire neighborhood has been leveled by a raging wildfire that blew through the town southeast. About a third of the town is destroyed, including its government center, after a chaotic night.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've lost everything. Like the contents of the house have passed on fire for sure, most likely.
We can't get out either end of town. The highways are blocked.
10,000 people were forced from the town, eventually able to make it to safety. Many of them still don't know if their homes are standing or not.
This is probably the worst curveball nature has ever thrown at us.
There is still a large portion of the town that is undamaged, including the schools, the senior lodge, and the RCMP detachment. The hospital is still standing, but officials say it is damaged. No one is being allowed into the town until further notice.
Of course, there's electricity lines down, there's water breaks, there's gas lines possibly cracked, there's hot spots.
Their safety is paramount, and our community is not in a situation to have them back in our community.
The town has no running water, no electricity. The exact number of lost homes is unknown. Officials will only say hundreds. And the fight continues today. The fire is listed as out of control and smoke is on the horizon. Crews are still trying to save homes. As for how this fire could get away from crews so quickly, a perfect storm for a disaster, says the Premier.
Well, you have winds at 100 kilometers. You have 4-foot waves in the lake. Had to shut down the water bombers, risking the life of pilots. These were calls made by professionals.